I was gonna say maybe it's like a mini episode, but I don't know. Today I thought it'd be really nice to do a bit of a solo date day. Hello my lovelies. So I really wanted to start a new reading vlog because I do currently have a reading vlog on the go, but it's like a themed reading vlog and it's kind of taking a bit longer than I anticipated to kind of get through and edit. So I thought, you know what, why don't I just film a really chilled, cozy, casual, slow reader diaries. I was gonna say maybe it's like a mini episode, but I don't know. I don't know if it's a mini episode or not. If you have been watching like the reels and the shorts that I've been making, then maybe you would know that I am currently in a 2-person reading club with one of my besties, Shan. It is the Giggly Gremlins book club, and the whole point of the book club is for us to choose kind of bigger, intimidating books that we want to read, but because they're so big and intimidating, we kind of keep putting them off. So this book club is designed for us to not put them off anymore. And the book we have started with is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book in the Mistborn trilogy, first era, Mistborn era 1. I am currently on page 146, which is chapter 8, and I am totally understanding the hype at the minute. We are definitely still in the building blocks of the plot, but I'm pretty sure we have been introduced to our main cast of characters. Much like with any epic fantasy, there is quite an array of cast of characters, but I think our main characters have been established. Our 2 main characters being, oh my gosh, their names have completely escaped me. You have got Kelsia, who is our main male character, and then you have Vin, and then you have Vin, who is our main female character. Kelsia is a guy, I think he's like in his early to mid 30s. Vin is, if I'm establishing correctly, I think like a teenager. I want to say she's maybe like 16 years old. They are our 2 main characters, and this, I don't think this is really a spoiler. Clues very much in the title of the book, and it is kind of revealed to us pretty early on, but these characters are what are known as Mistborns. Now, the magic system in this series is so interesting, and I think a lot of people already know about the magic system in this book series. It's based around metals and the manipulation of metals. It did take me a hot minute to get my head around this magic system, but thankfully at the back there is a kind of guide and table that you can reference and follow if you do get a bit confused. We do have scenes where the magic system is explained to us. Referencing the table and guide definitely has helped me grapple the magic system probably faster than if it wasn't there. As always, beautiful maps. We love a map. I'm trying to think how best to describe the plot of this book. So the plot of this book is, it is based in a world where the evil villain has won. This, known as the Dark Lord, or known as the Lord Ruler, he has won the battle. He has taken over and is ruling. And ever since the Lord Ruler has taken over, these mountains have been spewing ash and life isn't great. The world is not great, and you have your classic, you've got your Lord Ruler and then essentially his lackeys and minions who then suppress the lower classes known as the Scar, and the Scar are basically the slaves of this world, and they do all the manual labour and serve the nobles and the higher class. And Kelsia, our main male character, is I believe he's a Scar himself. I could be wrong. I know our main female character is a Scar, but our main male character, Kelsia, is basically on a mission to overthrow and kill the Lord Ruler, because the Lord Ruler ruined his life, sent him into like the worst kind of prison and killed his wife, and he is basically brought together a ragtag team of allomancers, so people who are able to use the metal magic to take down the Lord Ruler. They are teaming up with the Scar Rebellion, who obviously want to rebel against this higher class suppression that they've been forced under. Like I said, I'm still very much in the early stages of this plot. The plot of this rebellion has only just started to gain traction and kind of be formulated. We're still kind of getting to know our characters and their motivations. I don't know why, and I remember feeling this way when I read Elantris. I don't know why I find Brandon Sanderson so intimidating. It must be because of the size of his books, and he is known to do quite complex world building and magic systems. But when I read his books, his writing is actually very digestible, quite easy to read. He doesn't simplify things necessarily, but his way of communicating to the reader the magic system, the political state of the world and the lay of the land, I guess, he does it really, really well, and it translates quite fluidly from the page. And I think despite reading Elantris, I was still quite intimidated by this book and by this world in general, just by the Cosmere in general, because of how vast it is. But I think I need to remember that just because it's part of the Cosmere doesn't mean it has to be as intimidating as it seems, because obviously there are many, many standalones within the Cosmere that you can just read on their own. They are standalones, they are self-contained stories and self-contained characters and arcs and plot lines and things. But because there is this expectation of, well, it's part of the Cosmere, so you have to read them all and you have to read them in a certain order, I still very much find it quite intimidating. But the more I read this book, the more I realise that epic fantasy doesn't necessarily have to be intimidating. It's not scary. If the author is talented and knows how to communicate to the audience and to the reader in a way that translates well, then epic fantasy does not have to be intimidating and it does not have to be complicated. So I'm enjoying it so far. I'm definitely finding it really easy to kind of sink into it. Once I start reading, I very much just fall into the world and the characters and the plot and everything. So yeah, I am very much enjoying the book so far, and I'm really glad we decided to pick this as our first book club pick as well. Shan, I hope you're enjoying it. We literally keep updating each other on our Fable anyway, so yeah. But what I really wanted to do, it's currently like nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've spent the morning doing work and I'm just feeling a little bit frazzled, a little bit brain fried. I've made myself a cup of tea. It is, of course, a biscuit brew with a little bit of honey, and what I thought I would do is read for a little bit, because I haven't actually sat down with my book in a couple of days, and I had moments of really craving to just sit down, put on some ambient music, have a cup of tea, and really just allow myself like an hour to sink back into the world. But I've been quite busy the last few days. The weekend was quite busy for me. Yeah, just haven't really had a chance to sit down and chill out, so that's what I want to do this afternoon. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. And I thought I would bring you guys with me. So I don't know how long this is going to be. I don't know what exactly it's going to entail. I just really wanted to have a really chilled, cozy afternoon, and I thought you could join me. So if you haven't already, make yourself a nice cozy cup of tea or coffee. But also, if you haven't had any water today, please drink some water. This is your hydration reminder. And let's just have a little cozy afternoon together. Morning, my lovelies. Today I thought it'd be really nice to do a bit of a solo date today, and I wanted to bring you along with me. This is something I've wanted to do for a little while. I've been inspired by a couple of girlies that I watch here on YouTube, and to be honest, ever since I moved back home after graduating last year, I feel like I haven't been as independent as I have been in the past or can be. I don't know, I just feel like I've lost a little bit of my independence this past year. And I don't think that's an uncommon thing, especially if you're someone that has moved back home after graduating, you know, living away at uni for a few years. I definitely think that's probably quite a common feeling, but it's something that I want to rekindle in myself. So I have had a really lovely slow morning this morning, a little bit inspired by my bestie Jordan. I tried to stay off my phone for at least the first hour that I was awake. I did a bit of journaling. I had a really lovely cup of tea. I watched a July wrap up YouTube video. I started watching Jordan's New York vlog, and then I decided that I was going to take myself on this little solo date. So I got myself all like glammed up. I was really intentional with it. I really didn't want to kind of consume much while I was getting ready. So I just put on like a classical playlist on YouTube that had a really pretty picture, and I did my skincare, and I did a little bit of more makeup than I would usually do, and I've put on some jewellery, and yeah, I just thought it'd be really nice to treat myself to a bit of a solo date this morning. I am seeing a friend later on today. We are having a girly sleepover because she is moving back home to Manchester at the end of the month. So this is kind of our last chance to be able to spend some time together before she goes and gets a PhD. So that's not until this afternoon. But I thought while I was up and had the energy, might as well take myself into town. I say to town, it's technically a city, and have a little solo date with myself. There are a couple of shops that I do need to go to. It's my niece's birthday next week, so I need to get her a birthday present. And I know exactly what I want to get her, so that's good. But there are a couple of shops that I want to pop into as well. Obviously, I will be going into some bookshops. That's a given. I'm not going with the intent to buy anything, just to have a browse, but you never know what might happen. Let's be honest. You never know. But something that I do really want to do is I want to go into a cafe that I haven't been into before. There have been a couple of new cafes that have opened up where I'm going, and I'm very much a creature of comfort. So I usually just go to my regular places and stick to what I know. But to be honest, my regular places that I go to are usually kind of chain cafes, and I really want to check out some more independent ones. I just need to push past this social anxiety that I have. So that is like a mini goal for me today, to go to a cafe that I've never been to before, preferably an independent one. So yeah, that is going to be my morning, and I really just wanted to bring you along with me. Where I'm going, it is a city. It is beautiful. I have vlogged there a couple of times before, but there are some really beautiful architecture and parks and things. So I will be bringing my book. I do want to do a little bit of reading while I'm there. I'm reading 2 books at the minute. I am reading my Giggly Gremlins book club book, The Final Empire. Loving that so much. Oh, it's so good. And then the other book I'm reading, funnily enough, is my recommendation from Shan for my Bestie Picks My Reads vlog that I'm also filming. And that is A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. Loving that as well. The books I'm reading at the minute are just top tier, and that's the book I'm going to bring with me because The Final Empire is a bit of a chunkier book. So that one's going to stay home. I'm going to bring A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet with me by Becky Chambers, and I might find myself a nice little cozy corner in the park somewhere and read for a little bit. I've set myself a new daily challenge on my Finch app. If you don't know what Finch is, it's like a self-care app. Not sponsored in the slightest. It was actually recommended to me by my therapist. You set like daily goals that are kind of there to try and help you do more self-care and self-love and things. And one of the daily goals that I've put on it is to read for 30 minutes a day. I haven't done that yet, so it'd be nice to do that outside. The weather is lovely. This heat wave that we were having seems to have kind of died down, hopefully. So we're now kind of in really comfortable temperatures of like the mid-20s, which is very nice. I'm going to stop rambling now, and I'm going to get my act together and head on out. And I'm really excited. Solo dates. Let's romanticize our lives a little bit, shall we?